Welcome back to the Show Me Center. The Murray Bank postgame show continues as we are chatting with head coach Matt McMahon. The Racers surviving in overtime 96-91. On the pregame show, I spoke with Matt about some of the magical moments here at SEMO, and somewhere down the road, we may have, I don't know who's going to be doing the games down the road when you have Mason McMahon coaching the Racers, but that announcer might be talking about the time that the Racers had to force overtime. SEMO makes 5 of 6 shots at the end of the second half. You get no field goals in 3:04 of regulation and send it to overtime by getting to the line and making big free throws. Tevin Brown must make 2 or we're done. Coach, what a game.
I can't really explain it, Neil. First off, I want to give a lot of credit to Coach Ray and SEMO. I thought they played with awesome energy and effort today, played extremely hard at both ends of the floor. But I'm proud of our guys. Obviously, we'd love to, when we got up 17, not had that meltdown there and let them back in the game. But I'd much rather learn from a victory than a loss. So I'm proud of the way our guys kept fighting and found a way to win it in the end.
And fans can get on to me if they want about getting tired of me talking about the energy of Anthony Smith, but go ahead and complain because I'm going to talk about it again. He had it for 39 minutes today, Coach. Battled through a few foul issues, 22 points. That's a career high for him, 10 rebounds. He brought it today.
22 and 10, and then I thought as the foul trouble, they got the old stat program here, but I'll be interested to see how many fouls he drew for the game. I would say it was probably around 10. And then that ended up putting a guard on him down the stretch, and I thought he really did a good job taking advantage of the matchup to get some big baskets for us and made some big free throws in the second half and overtime.
Coach, you're down 4 with 55 seconds left in the game with the ball in your hands. Talk about that timeout and what you were trying to get done down the stretch.
Well, we wanted to really put a lot of pressure on the defense. We wanted to go quick, obviously down 2 possessions there. We wanted to try and score and leave enough time to where we didn't have to foul so we could get a stop. And so we were able to attack the press quickly. We got Tevin downhill. He got fouled with about 39 and a half to go to cut it to 2. And we bounced back and forth. Should we foul? Should we or not? And we decided to try and get the stop. So 2-point game there, 39 seconds to go, and we get a shot clock violation. Couldn't have gone any better. That wasn't coaching. That was players getting it done at the defensive end. And now, we knew they'd be in that soft pressure to slow us down, but we wanted to get the ball to Tevin's hands as quickly as possible. We weren't talking about the 3. We felt like with the foul trouble where it was in our favor at that point, we wanted to get to the bucket and score or get fouled and try and extend the game. Tevin made a great play. Wasn't able to finish the layup, but got hammered there and knocked 2 clutch free throws. It's funny, Neil asked about TJ Sapp back in 2015, making 3 to get the game to overtime. Tevin had it easy. He only had to make 2.
Well, then so you get into overtime, and then you're able to score first. And,
Huge.
The old coaching adage that if you can score first in overtime that you really get the advantage. Javion Eves hits a huge bucket, and then you get a stop. And K.J. Williams gets a big offensive rebound and gets fouled and makes 2.
Well, we had great size advantage in overtime due to the foul trouble. It put us in some tough spots defensively,
Right.
having to guard so many perimeter-oriented players. But that was a big play by K.J. To get the lead to 5. Then we get another stop, and it's tough. It's a long game. That's what I told our guys during the break. It's settled down here. We got 5 minutes to play. Long way to go. We get the stop. KJ leaks out. He's got a layup. Do you throw it? Do you not? Tevin threw it. We didn't complete it. Could have gone up 7 there. And then it just seemed like, pretty much a free throw shooting contest and one of the longer overtimes of all time.
Overtime, but Coach, got to ask, 6:01 to go in the first half, up 17, and then what happened? The turnovers just started happening in bunches, and SEMO took advantage.
Neil, that's what I was disappointed with. We talked about with our team. It seemed like to me Tennessee Tech all over again. We built a nice lead there, and we went out and did our own deal. And that ain't going to work for our team. And a lot of one-on-one play, a lot of poor decision-making that puts you in bad positions. Now you're in transition defense. I think they scored 15 points in transition off our bad turnovers and poor shot selection. And that really hurt us there. I think the run ended up being somewhere around 30-8 over the course of 10, 11 minutes. So And I want to credit Southeast Missouri, too. I thought their defense was really good. They made some adjustments there and prevented us from getting the ball inside where we needed it. And, but some self-inflicted wounds for sure.
The free throw shooting, not exactly what you want to be, but that happens from time to time. I still think a pretty good free throw shooting team. But the other shooting stats, you can win a lot of games shooting 57% on the road, 60% behind the arc. Really good shooting day today.
Yeah, I mean, when we got good shots, when we executed, we got whatever we wanted. And we got some easy scores in the post. We got open threes that guys stepped up and knocked down. Where the free throw shooting went south was in the second half. I think we were around 50% the second half, so we were fortunate to get to overtime. And then we shot them well enough in overtime to survive and get on out of here.
Coach, the rebound battle, the Racers were losing that midway through the second half, and Neil and I commented with around 10 minutes to play in regulation that Southeast Missouri had 10 offensive rebounds, and that's where they finished. You played the last 15 minutes, including the overtime, with no offensive rebounds to giving up to Southeast Missouri.
Well, I applaud the effort of Sage Tolbert. I thought he was a man on the glass. Yeah. He chased every rebound. He definitely won the physical battle in the post tonight, which hasn't happened often with our guys. So credit to him. But as you mentioned, we were able to start limiting them to one shot. And I thought that was a big key for us being able to get back in the game and find a way to get it to overtime.
One other thing I thought you did really well that you can see improvement from the Jacksonville State game was execution late in the game with a lead and being able to know that you're going to face pressure and possibly get fouled and get the ball in the hands of the right person.
Well, there in closing time, we wanted to get the ball into Tevin as much as we could. He's been in that situation many times before. I thought coming out of the timeout, guys executed really well. Made sure we got it into them. They had to foul him, and Tevin went to the line and made big free throws to finish the game.
Right where you want to be, 6 games through the season, though. You're 6-0. Doesn't really matter how you get there.
Yeah.
But next week it gets tougher. You have 2 of the teams that have winning records in OVC play. Tennessee State, they're coming off an upset of EKU. They'll have Austin Peay first, and then Belmont comes in a nationally televised game.
Yeah, 2 really good teams next weekend. We certainly have some areas that we want to get better in Monday, Tuesday in practice, and that'll be where our focus is. And get locked in and ready to go Thursday night. It'll be our first game with students back and a great opportunity for us to play against a good basketball team.
All right, Matt, appreciate the visit. Thanks a lot. And good Racer fans again tonight.
Yeah, once again, can't thank our fans enough. A lot of Navy and gold made the trip over here to Cape, and I thought made a big difference in the game. Helped will our guys when we needed an extra lift there when it didn't look so good for the Racers. I thought our fans pulled us through.
Matt, thank you, and we'll see you Monday night, all right?
Okay, thanks so much.
That is head coach.